I want to reassure people that we have a clear plan. Now, those are not my words. British Prime Minister Liz Truss tweeted this statement out yesterday. Here you go, that's the tweet. So what is this about? Her government's plan to rescue the British economy. Yes, that same plan that has been criticised left, right and centre. The same plan that the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, asked the British government to reevaluate. Yesterday, Truss tried her very best to put up a strong defence one more time.
How many people voted for your plan?
What do you mean by that? Well, people in 2019 who voted Conservative voted for a successful country where we are levelling up all parts of the country and where we're driving growth, enterprise and opportunity.
So as you just saw, Truss was on the back foot. Her defence didn't sway public opinion. Today's developments confirm just that. The Truss government has now made a U-turn. A key decision is being reversed. The 45% tax for the super-rich will not be axed. Yes, London has now decided to keep this slab. The British Chancellor said that the move had become a distraction.
We just talk to people, we listen to people, I get it. And we felt that the 45p issue, the 45p rate, was drowning out a strong package of intervention on energy, a strong package of intervention on tax cuts for people generally.
Their decision was a distraction, so we decided not to go ahead. That's the explanation coming from the British Chancellor. So is that what really happened? Or is there more than what meets the eye? Why did Truss take this embarrassing retreat just 24 hours after defending her very own policies? We'll bring you the answers in the next few minutes. This is our cover story tonight. There's a simple explanation behind this policy reversal. Truss faced a rebellion from within. The Conservative lawmakers were not on board with her plans, and the 45% tax was one of the main sticking points. First, a quick recap about what this proposal really means. It was a form of income tax. Those earning above £150,000 or $168,000 were going to pay it. Here are what the tax slabs look like in the United Kingdom. Those earning around £12,500 pay no income tax. So 45% is the maximum income tax that you can pay. Basically, the high earners, the super rich, were being asked to pay a little extra. The Truss government wanted to get rid of this slab, that 45% tax rate. What was the thinking behind the move? The new British government believed it was simply too high. Listen in.
High tax rates damage Britain's competitiveness. They reduce the incentive to work, to invest and to start a business. Take the additional rate of income tax. At 45%, it is currently higher than the headline top rate in G7 countries like the US and Italy. And it is even higher than social democracies like Norway, Mr. Speaker. I'm going to abolish it altogether. From April the 23rd, we will have a single higher rate of income tax of 40%.
So from next year, the rich won't pay an income tax of 45%. That was the plan. But now, Kwasi Kwarteng won't be moving ahead with this because his own party will not support the same. There was strong opposition from within the Conservative ranks. Lawmakers were worried about the optics. They believe that giving a tax break right now to the rich won't look good. Some lawmakers voiced their opposition in public. One of them was Maria Caulfield, a former Minister of State for Health in the Johnson government. She said, and I quote now, "I can't support the 45% tax removal when nurses are struggling to pay their bills." Michael Gove was against the tax cuts too. He has served in the cabinets of 3 Conservative Prime Ministers: David Cameron, Theresa May and Boris Johnson. So what did Gove have to say about this plan? He didn't believe it was right. And it displayed wrong values, he said. Over the weekend, the backlash grew. The Conservative Party met for its annual conference in Birmingham. Lawmakers were greeted by massive protests. In fact, Business Secretary Jacob Rees-Mogg was heckled by protesters outside the venue. Take a look. Yes, it wasn't a pleasant sight. More MPs were voicing their opinions privately. You see, the Truss government cannot just simply implement these tax cuts. They need to pass a bill in Parliament first. And for that, they need votes. The senior team of Liz Truss was trying to whip up the votes that they needed, but she simply didn't have the numbers. To quote a leading British daily, the plan stood no chance of getting through the House of Commons. What does that tell you? So Truss was essentially left with no option but to retreat. Make no mistake about this, this is a major setback for her. Less than a month in office and her first major policy move has failed. And she didn't have the full backing of the Conservative lawmakers. Clearly, Liz Truss is on the back foot. Earlier today, the press tried to quiz the British Chancellor again about the U-turn, but he evaded the tough line of questioning. Take a look.
Are you going to be able to survive this, Chancellor?
Is there a big question mark next to your judgment now, Chancellor?
Are you going to say sorry, Chancellor?
Clearly, it wasn't a pleasant sight either. The next election in the UK will happen in 2025. So the Truss government still has almost 3 years to turn things around. But if she's unable to galvanise support from her own party, then Truss might just struggle to survive. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.